Hello, North Peace Church family. Pastor Andrew here. Wanted to take just a couple of minutes and share where we're at as a church and some steps that we're going to take moving forward in the weeks to come as we begin to look at holding in-person services. So when the province announced that they were going to begin to ease some restrictions, we began to discuss with Northern Health what it would look like to hold in-person services again. So after a lot of discussion with them, they told us that we could have in-person gatherings here at the church as long as we followed two requirements. The first was no more than 50 people in the building, and the second was we had to make it so that people could be socially distanced in the services. The reason that we want to begin to hold in-person services is that if you've been listening to some of the narrative for our province, large gatherings are going to continue to be banned for quite a long time, possibly even over a year. And so I know some people are saying, well, why don't you just keep holding live streams? We can all stay home and watch from the safety of our own houses. But if we are going to be in this kind of climate for the next year, we need to gather together. We need to have smaller, safer groups where we can gather to worship and to be encouraged by God's word and to fellowship with one another in a safe way. Online services are great, and we have been very blessed to be able to have live streams and to enjoy worship and preaching in our homes. But it's just not the same as gathering together physically as the church. Now, what I want to do is lay out for you what this is going to look like. But before we do that, I just want to remind you, we need to show each other a lot of grace as we move forward. Our church gatherings are going to look different, and that's okay. We might not do things the way that we've done them, and that's okay. Some of you that I've talked to do not want us to have in-person gatherings, and that's okay. Some of you that I've talked to think that we should have been just gathering all along, and that's okay too. I think even as your pastor, I just want to encourage you, as followers of Jesus, we want to be kind to one another and show grace to each other and be unified as we make decisions moving forward. So allow me to share really quickly some of the safety precautions that we're going to take as we plan for in-person gatherings, and then I'll just explain what our services are going to look like starting in the next couple of weeks. So first of all, we have marked out and taped off every other pew so that families can actually sit 2 meters apart. We've measured and taped off every other pew, and so it's you are able to be socially distant in our sanctuary. We're going to have hand sanitizer stations and make the building as clean and sanitary as possible each and every week. The front doors will be the doors that we will use only. The back doors we won't use for the time being. That way we can just keep track of how many people enter the building, and it's just a bigger entrance. And so for the foreseeable future, you can park in the back lot and then just enjoy a lovely Sunday stroll to the front entrance. And that will be the doors that we use from now on. There's going to be no kids zone. Some have asked, are you going to do stuff for kids? For the meantime, there's going to be no kids zone. Your kids will just sit in the service with you. Emily, our children's director, has offered to print off coloring sheets or activity pages, and we're just asking you as families to bring your own crayons or markers or whatever, so Emily doesn't have to wipe each one down each and every week. No offering bags are going to be passed around. We're going to have a giving drop box in the lobby if you would like to continue to support the ministry of the church here, or you can keep doing e-transfers. We're still navigating what communion is going to look like as we move forward. And also the nursery will be open, so if you have a baby, you are free to use the nursery to feed your baby or change a diaper, but that's kind of what it will be reserved for. And then obviously, lastly, if you're feeling sick at all in the weeks to come, we would just encourage you, stay home, watch the live stream from your house. So those are some of the safety things that we're putting into place. So starting June 7th, so that's in 3 weeks, we are going to have 4 services on a Sunday. We will have one at 8 a.m., 9:45, 11:30, and then an evening service, a live stream watch party at 6 p.m., and I'll explain what that is in a minute. We're going to continue to live stream the 9:45 service on our website, on Facebook, and on YouTube. So if you feel uncomfortable attending in person, you are more than welcome to stay home and watch the live stream. And even if it's not your Sunday to attend, you can always watch the live stream at 9:45. We had almost 300 people respond to our survey. And so in order to fit everybody into a service, we had to divide our congregation up by last name. And so one Sunday, if your last name begins with A to J, that would be your Sunday to attend in person. And then the next week, if your last name begins with K to Z, then you can attend in person. And so if it's not your Sunday, then you can watch the live stream and enjoy that from home. So basically, you're going to be able to attend an in-person gathering every other Sunday. We're going to post a schedule on our website, and it'll have from here till the fall, every Sunday if it's A to J or K to Z. And we'll also post on Facebook every week which Sunday it is. Monday morning each week, registration is going to open up for the upcoming Sunday's services. We actually asked a number of people, would you prefer, pre-registering for a service or just showing up and hoping that you're one of the 50 people who gets here first? And everyone so far has said, I would much rather pre-register and just know that I have a spot in that specific service. So free tickets are going to be available each and every week on our website, on Facebook, for each of the services. So Monday morning, you'll be able to go on our website, go on Facebook, and select either the 8 a.m., the 9:45, the 11:30, and select and purchase tickets, register for that specific service. And then once that service is full, there'll be no more tickets available for that one. So that means that you might not get your preferred service each and every week, but that's okay. If you or people that you know don't do internet, you can always call the church office throughout the week and let one of us know which service, and we'll try and register you for the service that you would like. The evening service at 6 p.m. is going to be a watch party, and a few people asked, what on earth is a watch party? Meaning it's not going to be live worship or live preaching. It'll be a pre-recorded video of it. And we've bought an 8-foot by 15-foot screen that is going to go at the very front of the stage, and the service will be projected on that, and it'll just make it feel a lot more lifelike. And so you can come, and the point of that 6 p.m. service is if all of our morning services fill up really fast, there's still an option for you to come and fellowship with other people and attend a service in the evening. The 6 p.m. service is going to be just first come, first serve. You don't have to register for that service. The first 50 people will be able to enjoy that. So a couple of things to help us make this process run as smoothly as possible. We're asking you for a couple of things. Please do not just show up on a Sunday hoping that there might be enough room. I'm just going to show up and maybe just try and sneak in. We're asking everybody to register online through Facebook, through our website, just to make sure we don't exceed 50 people in a service. And then I would also encourage you and ask you, please only register for a service if it's your Sunday with your last name. So if your last name begins with A to J and you know that the Sunday is for those whose last name begins with K to Z, please just let them register for services, and you are free to enjoy the live stream from home. We're asking when you come, just to come a max of 10 minutes before your service starts. So for example, if you are coming to the 9:45, please show up at 9:35, no earlier than that. We don't want to have a lot of crossover and therefore have more people in the building than 50 people at a time. And then lastly, like I mentioned at the beginning, please just show grace as we navigate this. This is not normal, and it's going to take some time to get used to, and I know there's going to be some bumps that we've got to kind of iron out and figure out as we go along. So let's show grace to one another as we kind of move forward. So we're going to post this video on Facebook and on our website, and we'll also post a written kind of breakdown of what we're going to do on our website as well. We just want to communicate as best as we can. And so like I said, we're going to begin our in-person services on June 7th for last names beginning with A to J. And registration for The June 7th services will open up on June 1st, and so you can go online and register for a service. And if you have any questions, feel free to message us on Facebook or to contact the church office. And I have to say that as we've been discussing, we are very excited to gather in person together again. So we will see some of you in person on June 7th. Talk to you later.